Hello, my name is Ava. When I was 15 years old, something very special happened in my life that I still remember today. It is a story that is close to my heart. I want to share it with you now, and I will tell it slowly and clearly so you can understand and follow along easily. I was 15 years old when I met a boy named John. He was new in my school. He had soft brown hair, and his eyes were blue like the sky. He was always kind to everyone, and I thought he was very handsome too. From the first day I saw him, I felt something special. I liked him right away. One day, I saw John sitting alone in the schoolyard. He looked quiet and peaceful. I decided to go to him. I smiled and said, "Hi, my name is Ava. Can I sit with you?" John looked at me and smiled. He said, "Yes, of course." That small moment was the beginning of something big. That day, we talked a lot and got to know each other. From that day on, we became good friends. We started spending time together almost every day. We walked home from school together. We did our homework together, and we talked about our dreams. We laughed a lot, and I felt very happy whenever I was with him. One day, John asked me if I wanted to go to the movies with him. I was so excited and happy. I said yes. We went to see a funny movie. We ate popcorn and laughed a lot. After the movie, we walked in the park. While we were walking, John gently held my hand. My heart started to beat very fast. I felt nervous and very happy at the same time. That night, I could not sleep. I kept thinking about John. I liked him so much, but I was also scared. I did not know if he liked me in the same way. I wanted to tell him how I felt, but I was too shy. A few weeks later, John and I were sitting near the lake. It was a beautiful sunny day. The birds were singing, and the water looked peaceful. John looked at me and said, "Ava, I need to tell you something." I felt nervous, and my hands started to shake a little. John took a deep breath and said, "I like you, Ava. I like you a lot." I was so surprised and happy. I smiled and said, "I like you too, John." We both laughed, and we were so happy in that moment. From that day, John became my boyfriend. We were very happy together. We did so many things as a couple. We went to the park, watched movies, and did our homework together. We also talked about our dreams and our future. We made each other laugh, and we made each other feel special and loved. John was very kind to me. He always listened to me when I had something to say. He always helped me when I had a problem. He made me feel safe and important. I loved him so much. He was not just my boyfriend. He was my best friend. One day, John and I had a small fight. I do not even remember what the fight was about. It was something small, but we were both angry. We said things we did not really mean. I felt very sad and cried a lot. Later, John came to me and said, "I am sorry, Ava. I did not mean to hurt you." I looked at him and said, "I am sorry too, John." We hugged and said we would always talk and not fight again. After that, we became even closer. John and I made many beautiful memories. We went on picnics, visited the beach, and watched the stars at night. We always laughed together. One day, on my birthday, John gave me a special gift. It was a necklace with a heart-shaped locket. Inside the locket was a small picture of us. John said, "This is to remind you that I will always love you." I cried happy tears and hugged him. I felt so lucky to have someone like John in my life. But one day, John told me something very sad. He said his father got a new job in another city, and they had to move. I was very sad. I cried a lot. John held me close and said, "I will always love you, Ava. We will keep in touch and see each other again." We spent our last days together going to all our favorite places. We talked, we laughed, and we cried. On the day he left, I gave him a photo of us and said, "This is to remind you that I will always love you too." After John moved, we wrote letters to each other. We also called each other on the phone. We talked about our days and our dreams, but it was hard being far apart. I missed his smile, his laugh, and everything about him. We promised to stay strong and wait for each other. But as time passed, we became busy with our own lives. The letters came less often. The phone calls became shorter. I made new friends, and so did John. We still loved each other, but it was not easy. One day, John called me and said, "Ava, I think we need to talk." My heart felt heavy. I knew something was changing. John said, "I love you, Ava, but we are growing apart. I think it is best if we let go." That night, I cried a lot. My heart was broken, but I knew John was right. We had to move on. It was hard at first. I missed John every single day. But slowly, I started to focus on my studies. I spent more time with my friends. I did things that made me happy. I kept the necklace John gave me. I also kept the letters he wrote to me. They reminded me of our love and the happy times we had. Years passed. I went to college. I made new friends. I met new people. And yes, I even fell in love again. But I never forgot John. He was my first love, and he still has a special place in my heart. One day, I received a letter from John. In the letter, he wrote, "Dear Ava, I hope you are doing well. I wanted to thank you for the wonderful times we had. You will always be my first love, and I will always remember our memories together. Take care. Love." John. I smiled when I read the letter. It made me happy to hear from John. It was good to know that he remembered our time together. John and I may not be together anymore, but he will always be a part of me. Our love was special. It was kind. It was pure. And it was true. It was my first love. From my time with John, I learned many things. I learned what it means to love and to be loved. I learned that love is not always easy, but it is always something beautiful and worth remembering. John will always be in my heart. I will always remember the happy times, the laughs, and even the tears. My first love will always be a beautiful memory in my heart. Life goes on. We meet new people. We have new experiences, but our first love always stays with us. It teaches us, it shapes us, and it helps us grow into the person we become. I am grateful for my first love. I am grateful for John. He made me smile. He made me laugh, and he made me feel special. I will always treasure the time we had together. Years later, I met someone new. His name is Mark. He is kind. He is caring. He makes me happy. And he makes me laugh. I love him very much. Mark knows about John. He knows about my first love. He understands. And he is not jealous. He knows that John will always have a special place in my heart. My heart has grown. It has made space for new love and for Mark. But it has never forgotten my first love. Or John. Love is a beautiful thing. It grows, it changes, and it makes us better people. My heart has learned to love again, and now I am happy again. But no matter what, I will always remember my first love. I will always remember John. He will always be a part of me. And our love will always be a beautiful memory. Love is something that makes us smile, makes us cry, and makes us feel alive. My first love taught me that love is one of the most important things in life. I will always cherish my first love. I will always remember John. He was my first love, and he will always be in my heart.